It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Dolphins' rangy quarterback, who's now up to 30 tackles so far this season. It's the Dolphins and the Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Nashville. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Here's Mitchell throwing to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation take.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we...
And now, before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds Hardy on the slant. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window. Because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Titans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. The Dolphins at 12-1 now to start play, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point of the season. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. In motion, the tight end. Operating from the gun, Everett. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Everett. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball. Those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's played well all year long as he enters the home stretch of the season as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's now down the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They go with the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run with Cunningham. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Mitchell. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Everett. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, no two ways around it. Anytime you get the current number 1 and number 2 seeds in the AFC playing each other this late in a season, it's a big game.
It is definitely a big game, but not just for seeding and placement and such, but for trying to establish yourself as the team to beat. You want everyone else in the league to look at you and say, boy, it's going to be tough to knock those guys off.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. He has really thrown the ball well here this first half. You see the numbers, up over 200 passing yards already. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Mitchell. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Mitchell. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Hill is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point attempt to come here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Everett over the middle. That's caught by Meredith. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose, and boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 5. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Everett. And he's going to go down again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
37 yards on the punt with no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They'll go with a keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
It's their quarterback, scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Now the try here for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out come the Titans now. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Everett in trouble, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the second spot pretty soon. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's on his way.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Miami set to take over. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Mitchell now, throwing to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Second and 3. This is caught. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Everett. That is caught. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Operating from the gun, Everett. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Everett. Hardy's got it on the out route. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. On now is the Titans punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They're in tight formation, not going to take any chances, down to a knee, and that should do it for the first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. The Giants trying to finish that one off.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Completes this one to Meredith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Now a handoff up the middle. Monroe, and boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On now is the Titans punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taken in at the 22. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing to start the drive. Mitchell firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. They go play action here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Cunningham. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mitchell from the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Then he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
7 yards there and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Monroe. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Looking to throw. Everett. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game planned for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Cunningham, and he'll only get a... to bring up 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Up the middle, it's Hill. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Back to throw. Mitchell. Throw left side complete. That's Hicks. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now a 10th carry for Hill. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get... Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run on first down. Monroe. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
From the gun on third down, Everett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw again. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
From the gun on third down. Everett, he finds his man, complete. That's Weaver. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really, really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They'll go with Hill here on first down, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is 2nd and 8. Going again on the ground here with Hill. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hicks. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Hill. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Operating from the gun, Dixon. He finds his man, complete. That's Hicks. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. Off play action. Dixon. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 12-yard line.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is indeed good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And the Titans getting set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Throwing to start the drive. Everett over the middle, complete. It's Hardy. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
At the 37-yard line.
In motion is Hardy. 2nd down and inches. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Pulled in at the 24. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. Inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year, and they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.